Hey guys, okay, so I was totally talking to you all and I had the mute on. I'm gonna tell you, I was talking for like 5 minutes. I am super, super excited for this webinar. Let me know, Jean. I see you have commented in our chat box, which you guys can find on your right-hand side. Let me know, can you hear me okay? I'll give you a minute. All right, hopefully everybody can hear. Let's see how many are in the room as of now. All right, we're waiting for about 300 more people. So we're gonna give it about another minute or two. So you still have time to make sure your entire team is on this webinar. If you go into Team Sparkle, I posted a link that does not need you to register. So if somebody needs to just pop on right now, they didn't register, no worries. They can use that link that I just posted in the Team Sparkle group. Hi, Darcy. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I had it on mute. Oh my goodness. All right, we'll be starting here. Let's just give it one more minute. I'm gonna introduce Jim. I was fortunate enough to meet him. Oh my goodness, I don't even know how long ago, but we met on social media, and he is amazing. He is in tune with everything you're supposed to be doing in social media. In fact, I would call him a social media guru. He has his own book that is a top seller. It's amazing. I've talked about it many times in our team group. I'll post the link to his book too, but he is awesome. He's a good friend of mine. We actually spoke together on social media at the Association of Network Marketing Professionals. He's a great guy, and I'm so excited he agreed to do this for us. So Jim, are you on?
Amber, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Sweet. All right, awesome.
It's all yours. Thank you again for doing this.
Oh, not a problem. How much time do we have tonight?
My calls are usually pretty quick. They're usually no more than 30 minutes, but you have as long as you want.
Sweet. Well, first of all, I love the picture that's popping up on my screen of you. That's an excellent picture, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, everyone, it's a pleasure to meet all of you, and I'm very, very excited. Just like Amber said, we've been talking back and forth on Facebook for quite a while, and then we had a chance to meet at an industry event where we were both up on stage speaking on social media. And the biggest takeaway that I took from Amber was her passion and love and caring when it comes to other people. And when I got just to see her talk and to see her facial expressions, her tone, etc., that right there told me why she is such a rock star on Facebook. It totally made sense at that point. So, Amber, thank you for doing so many great things for Facebook, social media, and especially for our industry.
Well, thank you.
So, what I'll do is I'll definitely keep this to 30 minutes out of respect for everyone that's used to that time. And first, I'd like to start off with just giving you a very, very brief background of myself. I've been in the direct sales network marketing profession for 20 years now, since October 1995. Kind of in the grand scheme of things, I've trained just over 100,000 different distributors and different companies and produced just north of $100 million in product sales across many different companies. I've been on a distributor side, just like all of you. I failed miserably on the distributor side. I've also succeeded on a distributor side. So I know what it feels like on both sides of the spectrum. On the success side, I personally sponsored just about 600 people, did multiple millions of dollars, went on to the corporate side. So I was a social media director for a company, helped that company grow by about 70 million in 18 months using Facebook. And also been on the vendor side. So I built my own social network to compete against Facebook. And in fact, I lived 20 minutes from Mark Zuckerberg when he launched Facebook back when he was in Harvard. So I've kind of seen all the different elements of what it takes to build a successful business on websites like Facebook. And here I am after 20 years, the last 6 months, I decided to try to get all my thoughts into one book and make that book available to every single person in our industry and hopefully impact a few people. And that book ended up becoming a #1 bestseller. It is continued to be a #1 bestseller since December. It's being used by, I think, about 65 companies right now. And it's been featured in Inc. magazine. I just found out it was featured in Time magazine, which totally blew my brain. And pretty much every industry magazine it's been in, whether it's been Direct Selling News, Networking Times, and the list goes on. And of course, I get to meet awesome people like Amber because of it. So what I like to go in now is, well, first, I share all that with you to let you know that I've been down the road. I know what it takes to build a business using Facebook. So everything I'll talk about tonight has already been proven, and maybe a lot of it you're actually already doing. But it's all been proven. Either I did it myself or people I know have done it. So the first thing I want to talk about is Facebook is part of your strategy, but not the whole strategy. And what I mean by that is you still need to make sure that you master certain skills, people skills. So Amber is a rock star at people skills. And because she's a rock star at people skills, she rocks it on Facebook. Communication skills. Communication skills are simply put, being able to explain the product and opportunity of Unique in such a way that it moves people to action. See, no matter how great you are on Facebook, if you share way too much information, you're going to turn people away. So you have to have great communication skills. You really need to understand your passion. I've seen Amber growing through Facebook on how she went from this very small house to a bigger house, and her drive to make her family have just a better future. She really understands what her passion is. And that's her biggest driving component. Well, you also need to understand that passion, because that passion is going to spill on Facebook, whether you're doing videos or you're doing pictures and posts. That passion is going to spill, and it's going to inspire people to take action. If you're kind of unsure what your passion is, meaning you're saying, you know, Jim, I want to make an extra $10,000 a month. That's really not your passion. What I would use is what I call an onion method. So if you say, my passion is to make $10,000 a month, I want you to say, why? And then you're going to say, well, because I want to quit my job. Then I'm going to say, why? And then you're going to say, well, because I have 2 children and I would like to be with them full time. Why? And you're going to keep asking the question why until ask that question. That is your true passion. That is a passion that's going to move you very quickly on Facebook. Once you get that detailed, very interesting things happen. And every successful person I know, they know what their passion is at that detailed level. Besides everything I just shared with you, you know, you need to do things like meet with people face to face, whether it's video chat on Facebook or meeting with them locally. They still need to hear your voice. So you still need to do phone calls or try voicemail through your Facebook Messenger. Awesome feature. They can feel the tone in your voice. And I use that feature all the time. It's like talking with somebody on the telephone. Attend every single company event so you can capture that excitement and culture within the company, because then what's going to happen is you're going to take that on Facebook. And there's a few other things as well. The next thing is, and I was going to talk about this, but then I just started thinking, you know what, I'm probably going to skip it because Amber's one of the rock stars in the Facebook world for what we do. So I think she probably already really explained to you why you need to focus on Facebook. So I'm going to skip that. And I'm a big component of drive it home on Facebook, really focus hard on Facebook, because it is the website that has the most amount of people on it, over 1 billion, with the easiest ways to build relationships, which is the key to our success within our industry. The next thing I want to talk about is groups. Facebook groups are very, very powerful. They're very powerful for many, many, many reasons, but I'll just focus on a few. The first one is the industry average, meaning how many people do you need to talk to in order for one person to join your business as a consultant. The industry average for the last 100 years has been 1 out of 20. Anyone that earns more than $100,000 a month will validate that number as being accurate. So if you go outside, or maybe not tonight, but tomorrow morning, if you go outside in your local town and talk to 20 people, and you literally walk up to them, maybe it's somebody at the restaurant, and you say, you know what, you have an awesome personality. Do you keep your options open about making extra money? I got something really cool. If you ask 20 people that question, you'll average one of them is going to join as a consultant. no matter what you say. Now, you may need to speak to a few hundred people to average at 1 out of 20, but the industry is 1 out of 20. Because of Facebook group, we've been able to get that number down to 1 out of 10. We've been able to cut a 100-year-old stat in half because of Facebook groups. So how do you use Facebook groups to power your business? When you create a Facebook group just for your team, Amber has an amazing rocking team, and you have that Facebook group that's just for the team, a couple things happen. One is it gives Amber the opportunity to have a heart-to-heart direct line to every single person in her team, no matter how far away they are from her. That allows Amber to create leadership very, very deep, because she could inspire people by doing videos and posts and knowing that everybody on her team gets the message. So imagine if you're about 30 levels away from Amber, it doesn't matter anymore. Now, it did 7 years ago, but it doesn't matter anymore, because you can work with Amber as if she personally signed you up, because she's communicating with you through the Facebook group. The other thing that it's going to do is it's going to allow all of you to be held accountable. So as you do things throughout the week, maybe you do a Facebook virtual party or a home party, or you hand out a few samples of your product. You talk about it inside of the Facebook group, and what that does is it lifts the hearts of other people that are frustrated or having a tough time, and it holds you accountable for being productive day in and day out. The most exciting thing that I like about Facebook groups is you can invite your friends that are considering on joining Unique. So imagine all the people that are kind of on the fence. They're not sure if they want to be a consultant. They might love being a customer, but they're not sure if they want to be a consultant yet. You can add them into this Facebook group by just saying, hey, you really love our product. You obviously will see a lot of people making money. So can I add you into this Facebook group so you can kind of get a taste of the culture of our group? And if you decide, you're in there, it's not really for you, that's not a problem, I'll take you out. But it'll kind of give you a snapshot for what it's like to be in the business even before you join. So now these people are invited into the group. They're seeing posts by Amber, and they're like, whoa, this girl is amazing. I get to work with her? Or they see posts by other leaders in Amber's team, which I'm sure many of you are listening to this right now, and they get inspired by you. They see everyone on the team communicating with each other. It motivates people to enroll as a customer much faster than what's currently happening. That is very, very powerful, and you will cut the number in half, 1 out of 10. The next is your personal profile. And if you notice, I'm kind of jumping in all little different pieces here, just giving you kind of like a snapshot of each major piece within Facebook. And then, of course, there's a lot more that Amber can go in with you after this call. But the next one is your Facebook profile. I am a huge component of building your business through your Facebook profile. Now, there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it. I'm sure you already know the wrong way. It's the people that are out there that keep on talking about how they have the best business, the best products. They're posting 5 times a day all about their business. There's a delicate way of building through your personal profile. So let's first talk about 3 pieces. Profile picture, cover image, about section. Your profile picture needs to be a close-up. Just like you see now on your computer screen, you see that close-up of Amber. It needs to be a close-up like that. The reason being is go to your news feed and start scrolling through and looking at all the Facebook posts. Look at all the little pictures next to each post. Tell me which ones are jumping out at you. It should be the ones that are close-ups. That's why you need to have a close-up profile picture, because you want people to see your business posts when you're talking about Unique. The second is your cover image. You need to have an awesome cover image, and it needs to be a cover image that represents your personality. The third is the about section. If you go to my profile, for example, facebook.com/Jim Lupkin, click on about. On the left-hand side, you can click on each category, such as my work, my education, where I went to high school, college, details about me, etc. Click on each one and read through. When you're done reading through, I want you to ask yourself the following question. Do I feel closer to Jim? The answer is probably yes, because I make it very, very detailed. The more detail you make your about section, the faster your business will grow. And I'll give you one example of how. You have somebody that you're going to talk to on the phone. You can say to them, and let's just say it's Amber. Hey, Amber, I'm going to send you my about section. I'm going to send you the direct link. I would like for you to read all about me so you can learn, so you can get a better understanding for who I am. And I'm also going to check out your about section as well so I can get a better understanding of who you are. I'm looking forward to talking to you tonight at 6 o'clock. I'll spend 3 minutes looking at that about section. I'll look at their favorite movies, their favorite TV shows, what books they've read, their work history, where they went to high school and college, their hometown, where they lived, where they are living. I'll get a good idea for who they are. So then when I talk to them on the phone, I can talk to them about some commonalities. For example, maybe we read the same book. So I'll say, Amber, I noticed you read this book. I read it too. Can you tell me why you liked it? Oh, I liked it because of AYZ. Fantastic. That's why I liked it. Do you see how you're bridging a relationship much, much faster by doing that one activity? That will grow your business very quickly. And instead of spending, say, 1 hour on the phone with somebody, you may only be on the phone with them for 30 minutes. Or if you're on the phone with them now for 30 minutes, you may only be on for 15 minutes. One thing that I've noticed over time when I use this strategy is at the point when I was a distributor, I was enrolling 30 new consultants a month myself. And I was my upline was Mark Yarnell, and I think, Amber, you may have referred that book to everybody at one point. And Mark did all my 3 ways. He's awesome. And I was working maybe 40 to 45 hours a week to enroll 30 new people a month in my business personally. And when I started using the about sections at the time, of course, they're a little different than they are today. I went from 35 to 45 hours. I literally cut my time in half, and I was still enrolling 30 people. It's because I cut the amount of time that I spent with people on the telephone. So the about section is awesome. And Amber, thanks for making that comment on the little chat box there that Mark was the best in our profession. An amazing man. I worked with him personally for 2.5 years, and we've been friends until he passed, of course, for I guess about 17 years now. So an amazing guy, and he taught me so much. So that's your Facebook profile. One thing that I like to do is I like to go public on Facebook. And this is a feature that I use once a month. Now, I'm not an active distributor in any company, of course, so I'm just talking as if I'm a distributor. So this is a great post. You would take all of the unique products, put them all around you, and take a picture. Once a month, post that to all your friends. And you can be very direct. So it could be something like, hey, ladies, you probably already know, but I have this amazing 3D lash product. I'm involved in this company. If you like a sample, let me know. It's very, very direct. And that's something that you can do once a month. And I would tag the person that introduced you to the business or your upline leader so that they can jump in and comment as well. And what that does is it gives you social proof. So it shows your friends that there's other people that are excited about your product and business, not just you. And because you're very direct, I would only do that once a month. The next thing is going personal on Facebook with messages. Think about how many friends each person has on Facebook. The average these days is somewhere between 300 and 400 people on Facebook. So the average person has 300 to 400 Facebook friends. Most of those people are their brother, their sister, their mom, dad, their cousins, their best friends, and then extended friends. That is a lot of people. If you use the private message feature, now there's a certain way to use it, but if you just reached out to 10 people a day, at the end of 1 month, you would have introduced unique to 300 new people. 300. Now imagine if you have a team of 10 consultants on your team. In 1 month, your business will be exposed to 3,000 people. What if you have 100 people on your team? In 1 month, your business will be exposed to 30,000 30,000 people. The cool thing is, what I'm talking about is so simple to do. It's just a series of steps that you do day in and day out, and you don't have to learn anything except for the steps, and it's literally copied and pasted. And you take your existing friends through a process, and I don't have enough time to go through the whole process right now, but it is in my book. You go through this process where you take somebody from a prospect to a sample to a customer to a consultant. And then you use what all of you probably know is called friend lists to keep all of your existing friends organized. So then you know who said no, who became a sample, who became a customer, who became a consultant. So then you know how to do proper follow-up moving forward. The biggest takeaway I want you to take from the last 5 minutes is the amount of people that can be exposed to your business in such a short period of time. Now, there's a particular way that you're going to respond back when people do say, sure, I like to try a sample. And there's a particular way that you should do it to help convert those customers into consultants. The next thing, though, I want to cover is why it's critical to stay in touch. So even though these numbers sound awesome, and let's say it is 30,000, you're still going to average that 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 20. And you're still going to have a lot of people that do not move forward. So you need to stay in touch with them, because every single person that you know will eventually become a customer or join your business if you stay in touch with them, because the minute they have a life experience where they need to make some extra money, they're going to start looking. And if you stayed in touch with them, they're on your team. It doesn't matter if it's 2 weeks from now, 2 years from now, or 29 years from now. If you're committed for the long haul, you want to stay in touch with these people. And we use what I call an 80-20 principle, which is 80% of your Facebook posts should be personal so people can build a good friendship with you, and 20% should be business. Now, the reason why I say 80-20, people say, but don't I want to talk about business more? Here's the reality. It doesn't matter if it's unique or another company in our industry. Until they have a life experience, they're not going to join as a consultant. Surprisingly, some people are very, very happy with the amount of money that they make right now. Even if it's $50,000 a year, they have no desire to make more. They're just very happy with their lifestyle. But there will come a time where something will happen that will get them nervous, and they will want to look for an opportunity. So those life changes, and this is something that Mark Yarnell taught me, is life changes happen on average every 6 months. Now, because of Facebook, what's so cool is we can stay in touch on a daily basis without offending them in any way by doing the 80-20 principle. So that's cool, because if I talk to Amber and she's not ready to join yet, but she's in her 4th month before she has that life change, she'll have that life change in 2 months from now. But the old way was I wouldn't call her for 6 months. So that means 4 months went by that she was probably looking for something and she could have went somewhere else. But because of Facebook and social media, I can stay in touch with her on a daily basis. So in 2 months, when she has that life change, I could then be there and help her. So the 80-20 principle is the biggest takeaway that I would give to you when it comes to staying in touch with people and following up. So if you're posting once a day, 7 days a week, that's 5 days a week is personal, 2 days is about unique. 5 days personal, 2 days unique. I promise you, you will see an explosive business that way. Now, I do meet some people that say, well, I like posting 5 days business and 2 days personal, and I get a lot of likes and comments, and my business is good. But here's what I want you to analyze. Look at all the people that are liking and commenting on your business posts. Are they all people that are already in unique? Chances are the answer is yes, which means you're not hitting the right market. But if you're focusing on personal with the 20% business, The people that are not involved in a company yet are most likely going to see your business posts because they're interacting with your personal posts. And because they're interacting with your personal posts, Facebook sees that and they see, okay, they must be real friends. And so they're more likely to see your business posts. But if all you ever do is do business posts and they're not liking or commenting, sooner or later, they're never going to see your business posts again. It's so important to stay in touch with people until they're ready to make a change in their life. And everybody is at one point or another. The next thing I like to cover, this is a very, very simple takeaway, but is incredibly powerful. Birthday wishes. Every single day, you should be looking at who are your friends that have a birthday today. You should be wishing them a happy birthday. Here's the kicker. You can wish them a happy birthday on their profile, which I think 99% people do based on what I see, or you can send them a private message. Your business will flourish if you send them a private message. And the private message could be something like this. You can do a voicemail so they can hear your voice. You can do a selfie video so they actually see you talking to them, or you can just text. And the message will be something like this. You want to make it personal. If you don't have a good relationship with them yet, you can keep it general and just say happy birthday. But if you know something intimately about them, go into details. So for Amber, I might say happy birthday, or I might say, hey, Amber, just want to wish you a happy birthday. Thank you for all you're doing for our profession. You're changing so many lives. I'm so happy to be friends with you. Just talk from the heart as if you were talking to somebody face to face. There are some people that like to give away samples of their product as a birthday present. Of course, that's something that you have to decide if you want to do. If you do that, make sure they understand no strings attached. So if it was Amber, I may say, hey, Amber, happy birthday. I'd like to send you a gift in the mail. Can I have your address? And just so you know, it's going to be a set of these 3D eyelashes. And just so you know, I'm not expecting you to be a customer. You don't even have to be one ever. It's your birthday, and I just wanted to give you something that I use every day and I think is amazing. What happens is you're genuinely wishing them a happy birthday because you actually care about them, but at the same time, you are getting customers. So any activity that you do, you must do it for the purpose of developing a better friendship. If you're doing it because you see dollar signs, your business just won't grow as much because people see that. So go in with the focus of relationships, but understand that your business will grow from it. The last thing I want to go over, and then I don't know, Amber, if it's possible to open it up for maybe 5 Q&A, but the last thing that I like to go over is grow your friends to grow your income. This by far is the most exciting feature on Facebook. Here's why. The number one problem I see in our profession is people run out of people to speak with. Now, the funny thing about that is it's not really possible to run out of people. It's more of a mental block that we all have. People run out of people to talk to. When you use graph search is that feature at the top of your computer screen where it says search Facebook. And when you input certain phrases, you can find anybody that you want. So I'm going to give you one example, but there are literally trillions, and I'm accurate with that. Trillions begins with a T. There are trillions of different possibilities. So I'll give you a very, very simple one. You can type in females who live in and put in your city and state. Females who live in and then put in your city and state. You will get a list of every woman that lives in your city that has a Facebook account that has said on their about section that they are a female. Wow. Amazing. You can never run out of people to talk to. If you want to open up your business in San Diego, California, you can type in females who live in San Diego, California, and have a huge list of females who live in San Diego, California. Now, there's a very particular process that you have to take each of them through, or you could get blocked on Facebook. Many people get blocked on Facebook for 15 days, 30 days, 2 months. So there is a particular way to do it, and it's all based on building a relationship. But fall in love with the graph search feature. It is the coolest feature on Facebook. It is free in terms of money. It just takes time. I love the graph search feature because you can never, ever, ever run out of people to ever talk to again. So Amber, I tried to get as much as I can in 30 minutes. I'm right at the 30-minute marker. Do you want to open it up and maybe we'll look at 2 or 3 questions that people asked in that chat section?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, we are going to take just a few minutes, and if you have any questions, now I do want to say, like, ones like, hey, I only have 3 people on my team, what can I do? Those ones, let's save those for another chat. Any questions regarding Facebook specifically, feel free to ask. We have him on the line. He's the guru. I'm just so excited. All right, guys, you can use the chat on your right-hand side.
What I'll do is I'll scroll down to, I notice people are asking questions as well. So let's see what we have here. Amber, is this being recorded?
Absolutely. 10 minutes after we shut the webinar off, it'll automatically go to our team YouTube page. So I'll make sure to post that in our team group as well.
Okay, awesome. Let's see here. I'm just looking at everybody's questions to see if I can answer 2 or 3 real quick.
All right. I see a few just come up.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Where do you find? Diana, where do you find the graph search? If you're on your desktop computer, whether it's a laptop or a desktop, at the top, there's a white bar to the left-hand side that says Search Facebook. That is graph search. Let's see what else we have here. What would you say to someone that you reach out with graph search? That's something I need to hold off on because it's a very long process, and it's not something I can probably explain within a couple minutes. But Amber and I can make something like that available for you later. What is currently causing people to go to Facebook jail? Well, there's many reasons, but really what it comes down to is people are trying to speed up the amount of time it takes for somebody to become a customer or a consultant instead of focusing on building relationships. That's really what it comes down to. So I'll give you some ideas. You do a group message of 40 of your friends and tell them all that they need to get on this promo, and it's the first time you've talked to them about the business. Instead, send them individual messages and talk intimately to them one-on-one to see where they are in their life right now. Or when you're reaching out to your existing friends, you write a certain message and you're literally copying and pasting that message and you're trying to reach out to all 300 friends in the morning because you want to have 20 people in your business by the weekend. Instead, you don't write personal messages to each one. So it's anything that you're trying to speed up things and not build this properly is what puts you in Facebook jail. And Facebook just wants to make sure that you're building real relationships with people, which is really cool because our success in our industry is built on relationships. So Facebook's protocol and what Facebook put together protects us and makes us become network marketing professionals on Facebook. And I'm sure Mark Zuckerberg had no idea that was happening, but that's what has happened. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, spam is very bad. Thank you, Amber, for pointing it out. Let's see. So what are the steps to take when you do okay, we'll have to hold off on that one. What do we say to people that we don't know on Facebook and don't be scammy? The easiest thing I can say right now is always try to find common ground. So a good thing is a mutual friend or finding something on their profile that connects you to. And so when you're out in public and you're talking to people, you're looking to become friends with them first and foremost. So think about all the people that you've become friends with in the last 20 years. There's a certain way that you do it. You take genuine interest in them. You do the same thing on Facebook. So Amber, would you like to look through the chat and pick one question that you think would be the best? I'll answer that.
Yeah, let me see. You know, a lot of these are about like what do you say? And like Jim says, and I always say, it really is about relationships. You really got to get to know them and make them feel like they're special. That's the biggest thing. I don't know. I think we answered most of them. Well, how do you keep your friends list organized? Is what Brenda's asking.
Well, one of the cool things with friend list is you can make as many lists as you want. But the ones that I like to use is a friend list called prospects, a friend list called samples, one called customers, one called consultants, and one called unique. And unique would be everybody that I would ever meet in the company, but they're not part of my team, but I want to build a good friendship with them. The friend list called consultants would be everybody that I personally enrolled in the business. So that way I can stay in touch with them very easily. The customers are all of my personal customers. The samples are every single person that has tried a sample, but they have not moved forward to become a customer or a consultant. And the prospects are people that have just said no up front and they have no interest in trying to sample or doing anything. But if they at least acknowledged me and said no, I put them in a prospect list because I know sooner or later they're going to say yes.
Awesome. Jim, before we let you go, could you let us know what the name of your book is for anyone who may have missed it?
Definitely. So the name of the book is Network Marketing for Facebook. You can buy it on Amazon. I'll give you a website to go to, and you can read testimonials. So when we first launched this, we got a bunch of testimonials of people that just been around the industry for a while, like Doug Fireball, for example, and many other powerhouses like that read the book and kind of gave their feedback on what they think this book will do to the industry. But now since the book has been out there, many people have been using it to help their business. So we also have a new section up, and I think there might be 30 people in it right now that have had success. And they tell you how many customers they got and how many consultants they got. And I have a bunch of other information there that you can read just so you feel comfortable before you buy the book. And there is a link there. You can buy it either paperback or digital. And the cool thing is we give a 30-day money-back guarantee. So when you buy the book on Amazon, if you read it and you apply everything I say and you really apply it, and at the end of 30 days, you say this stuff does not work, which will not happen. But if you say that, you can actually get a full refund through Amazon. And I do that because I want everyone to feel comfortable that this will work for them. The website that you can go to is Network Marketing for, and that's FOR, socialmedia.com. And of course, if you want to friend me on Facebook, I love to stay in touch with people. And Amber, I'm just very excited that you had me on, and you're just awesome. So I like to surround myself with really cool people that are doing things great, and you're definitely one of them.
Well, you're one of them too. And guys, Doug, he's both Jim and my personal mentor. So anything that he says is good, trust me, it's good. So I'm excited. Thank you so much, Jim. I see some more questions on here, but you know what? I'm going to actually get to these in a little while. Most of them is really unique specific, so I don't want to take any more of your time, but thank you. This will be available on YouTube, guys. I will send the link in a minute. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Amber. See you, everybody.
Bye.